if you look at the case of Nepal, we didn't have any private school until 1980. So in the last 30 years, the number of children going to private schools throughout the country is almost 20%. If you look in specific urban areas like Kathmandu, it's more than 70%. So that's the rate at which children are going to private schools is alarming actually. In terms of reasons, we can think of both the constraints on the supply side as well as demands, as well as this aspirations for better education on the demand side. In my research, what we have found is even like in Kathmandu Valley, the core areas where the population has been growing, there have been no new schools established in the past 10 years. So which means whatever new population is migrating or to Kathmandu is actually going to private school. And the second is to do with the perceived quality of education in the public school system. So we talk about education being a public good, but there is now a lot of demand on education systems to be oriented to markets, oriented to employment. So, and I think in those particular areas, especially if you talk about the private rates of return to school education, that's where the private sector is actually giving perceived to give more advantages to families and children. So a lot of families are aspiring or sending their children to private schools just because they think, and again that thinking is based on what they have experienced or what they have seen around themselves, that education in a private institution will actually give them better life chances. So it has to do with both supply side and the demand side issues.